The presidential candidate of PDP at the just concluded election, that was conducted in February, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, also the vice president under Olusegun Obasanjo from 1999 to 2007, is calling for a measure. For that, in 2019, he contested alongside the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. PETER Obi, and we saw what happened. In this 2023, we saw that APC has failed, and there was this agitation from PDP that the power should go to South. And that is the reason why the APC were able to rig their way into power. Probably, if the PDP allow a level playing ground, maybe His Excellency Mr. PETER Obi wouldn't have left PDP for Labour Party. Probably he would have picked the ticket for PDP, or Nyesom Wike, or some other person from the South would have picked that ticket to contest under the PDP. And as we speak today, either of them would have been the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But then we saw an issue where Kwankwaso left PDP, PETER Obi left for Labour Party, destroy the PDP structure of which they find it very difficult to challenge the All Progressive Congress, who are in power. So now let's talk about this. If His Excellency Atiku Abubakar wants, a measure that will reduce the high level of dictatorship that the APC-led administration is introducing into Nigeria, then I believe that in 2027, if actually they want to do a measure, then it will be a nice one. But measure in what level? If you remember, during his press briefing, he called on Labour Party and the NNPP to join him in the fight to remove the APC-led administration, from power. But let's ask ourselves a sensitive question here. Is the power supposed to be in the north? Haven't seen Muhammadu Buhari rule for 8 years, somebody that you are from the same ethnic group and the same religion and all of that. Many Nigerians will argue that it's not all about religion, region, and all of that. It is about competency, capacity to deliver. But when you look at competency, capacity to deliver, you should also check the fact that we have what we call federal character in our constitution. We should also look at the fact that Nigeria is a multi-language, multi-ethnicity, nation. And at that, ought to, have people contesting and becoming president from different ethnic backgrounds. If you look from 1999 to date, we had a Yoruba man of Olusegun Obasanjo becoming the first president under the return of democracy. We also saw, Yar'Adua, which his tenure was cut short. Then we have somebody from South, of which it was Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Then the power returned back to the north, of which Muhammadu Buhari ruled for 8 years. So there is one particular region that have not tested power, and that is the east. And many people argue that because of the civil war, there should not be anybody coming from the east to be the president of Nigeria. That is totally wrong. Whatever that happened that time, it was an agitation to have their self-freedom. So if they weren't able to get that, it never take anything from them, since they are still part of this country. If you will not have them being your president, then let them go. Let them have their own country and know how to rule themselves. Not keeping them here, tie them here, and you don't want them to govern the country. So the people of the East ought to be the president of this country, or even people from the middle belt have not tested power as well. So it's something that we need to look at when talking about measure. So if the PDP, NNPP, the SDP, the Labour Party, and other Afghan, other political parties coming together to form a measure, then maybe they should have this concrete evidence. Many Nigerians, many Nigerians, as have this in their mind that if it is not Obi Dati, then forget about it. They don't want any conversation outside Obi Dati. Even in 2027 election, they don't want to hear anything outside Obi Dati. So what do you think? Do you believe that the call from Atiku Abubakar will hold water? Do you think that that is the only way to, remove these kangaroo kind of government, remove these people who don't care about the people but themselves from power? Personally, I believe that the only way to remove this APC-led administration is through a political measure. But then, a measure in the sense that there should be an agreement. This particular candidate, this is our candidate. And that's the reason why most Nigerians believe that having a consensual candidate, having somebody that can contest for election independent of a political party, we go afar. We take a long way, in bringing development into this country. What do you think? We had Owolo. We have Sowore, who has been championing for this for a very long time. But when you look at his method of doing things, it's quite different from what Nigerians believe that we change their story. So what do you think? Let's have this conversation at the comment section, because Nigeria needs to be delivered from the cankerworm and the palmerworm of the political technocrats that have ruined the destiny of Nigeria economically, politically, in all ramifications of life. Thank you for watching, but do well to remain civil while defending a politician who doesn't really care.